Drama at the coin shop. What happened at the coin shop, folks? I'm going to let you guys know in a moment. You see a bunch of 40% on your screen. We're going to dive into those for a little bit as well in this video. We're selling a lot of gold. I'm going to let you guys know about that. So please like, share, and subscribe. You guys know, if you've been with me for a while, I'm never going to sell you no coffee mugs, no t-shirts, no hats, no sweatshirts. All my videos are free to watch. There's not ever going to be a membership on this channel at all. I'm not going to charge you guys for anything. I'm never going to take a sponsorship where I make a commission off the sale. That's how I'm going to run my channel. Absolutely 100% free on this channel. I got no problems with anybody making a little bit of extra cash where they do memberships, selling hats. Whatever they want to do, that's fine. But that's not what you can find on this channel. Thank you for subscribing. Let's just get into the video right now. Drama at the coin shop. We got in some kookaburras last night, 10 ounce folks. I was not there when they came in. I think they were 2012, to be honest with you. And I was out back actually helping another new customer. They're worried about inflation. They're worried about Trump's tariffs. They're worried about, a lot of people are worried about a lot what's going to happen. And to be honest with you, I don't know what's going to happen with that. So we're just going to wait and see game on that. So while I was out back there talking to them, I hear some yelling back and forth up front. So I excuse myself from these folks. And I go out there. I see these two older guys. Okay? They both have canes, okay? You got to picture this in your head. It looked like the grumpy old men scene, where they're at each other's throats. The associates just put out I placed the kookaburras this morning. There was 2 of them that we put out. And they both wanted both of them. They knew each other. They were down here from Washington State. One of their friends died. Just imagine these 2 older people with canes driving across the country from Washington State, and they're at each other's throats. I mean, they're just, you know, they got the canes up, they're ready to go at it. And I'm starting to laugh. I mean, this is like the grumpy old men scene. All right. So I said, hey kids, knock it off. Why are you yelling at my shop for? Why are you yelling at the shop for? Well, I saw those coins first. I won them, blah, 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 blah. And the other guy's yelling that he saw them first, blah, 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 blah. And they knew about the sales tax down there. If it's not over $500, they have to pay sales tax. I said, look, we're not going to act like kids in the store. So I introduced myself to them. So I started asking them questions. Where are you guys from? Washington State. Okay. And they said, well, one of our friends died. And I said, and I'm looking out the front door and I see a car out there with Washington State plates on it. I'm like, oh boy, these people actually drove. They're gonna end up just running one over. This is all I can picture, folks. All right. And I said, you guys are at each other's throats, and you guys drove here from Washington State? Yeah, and we're driving back. I said, when are you driving back? Tomorrow, they said. I'm like, oh boy, God help us, right? So they kind of calmed down. I said, what's the problem? Well, I saw those coins first. I want them, but I said, how about we do it this way? You guys are friends, right? Yeah? Why are you at each other's throats then? Why? So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I said, who's the oldest one? One guy raises his hand and he says, I'm a year older. I said, all right, so I pointed to the younger guy. I said, tell you what I'll do. You're both going to get one. Then the older one says, well, we're going to pay taxes on it. I says, the younger one is going to give you the money for the other one. We will do one transaction. You guys can walk out of here with each one coin. Case closed. I said, if you guys are going to act like a bunch of kids that I had to babysit, I'll lock you in the kitchen for a while. They both cracked up laughing. All right? Of course, I'm joking, folks. You know, and it was just the funniest reaction they had to look on their face when I come out there. They both have their canes up in the air, ready to, you know, bop one another over the head with it, I guess. And it was just like the scene from the Grumpy Old Men, just like I just got done saying. So that was the drama at the coin shop. So the people out back then have no idea what's going on. Explain the situation. They're laughing. You know, I was probably with these, I left those poor people there about 10, 15 minutes. But at least they had a TV to watch. You know, they turned up the volume and watched the TV until I got done. I went back and talked to those people, folks. They bought 3 ounces of gold. That's how scared they are of what's coming down the pipelines. And again, I don't know exactly how the Trump tariffs are going to take effect. So far, I have not seen any premiums increased since the so-called silver squeeze. I called the bullion dealer this morning. He says, hey, look, he says, I'm not getting much orders in than normal. He says maybe there's a little uptick, but he says very, very little. He says he thinks it's a big bust too. So there's your sign, folks. The next time we hear these silver squeezes, generally they don't work. Look, it was a bad time anyways. It was the end of the month. Tax season in the States are right around the corner. And maybe that had something to play into it all. Maybe it had something to do with silver's up, you know, than it was this time last year. People trying to wait for a dip. I don't see a dip coming, folks. I don't see a major dip coming. All right? And if I did, I would tell you. And I'm just being honest with you. I mean, you guys know how I roll on this channel. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat anything. If I really see a dip coming, I'm going to let you know. But nobody knows. Before we get into the 40% silver halves, check out channel sponsor Pinbacks.com. Guys, this is the 3rd month they're sponsoring this channel. I could not be more grateful to Pinbacks for sponsoring my channel. They're good people. Michael and Brian are both good guys. They're going to treat you right. They're going to get you out the door, your silver, your gold, your platinum, out of the door as quickly as possible, packed well, shipped to your house, shipped to your P.O. box, wherever. They're going to do the right things for you guys. Just check them out. Check them out. Let them know that Coin Shop Chris sent you. No, I don't make a commission. I get a base pay. That's one of the things I like about Pinbacks. They don't offer commission rates. Another thing I like about Pinbacks, I don't have a script to read, folks, talking about Pinbacks. You guys know I changed it up, you know, most of my videos. They gave me no script. It's my free trying to help them out to sell. That's it. My word of mouth. I've known these guys for a year. They're going to do the right thing. I trust them. I think you can trust them too. If you want to pay more, that's your business. If you want to pay less, shop Pinbacks. Again, thank you, Pinbacks, for sponsoring Coin Shop Chris. Thank you to you, the viewer, out there, because this sponsorship would not be possible without you. Let's talk about 40% silver halves. Now, I get a lot of grief. I showed the Warren Nichols this morning on my video. You see the 40%. I put my money where my mouth is, folks. You know, people say the Milters don't want them now. That's fine. I'll say it once more. I don't care if rats behind them, the Milters want them or not right now. We got to look down the road. Every single one you see, folks. Every single one you see on this table. I got more than this. All right, I got 1307 in the big bag. Plus I got maybe 8 or 9 more rolls on top of it. It takes time to stack these. All right, it takes time. I didn't get them for 501. I didn't pay more than 450, 460 for each one. I'm still able to get them under the spot off of eBay every now and then. I'm not getting no more if I can't get them under the melt. Some of these I got for $3, folks. Some of them I got for $3.50. Depending on the time. Cost average. When we get in a situation where we're bartering and trading, it might be only a 40% silver half you need. Again, why give up more silver than you don't have to? You wouldn't give up more fiat paper dollars than you don't have to, right? It's the same concept. We got to keep our minds open. Prepare. Some people say I'm thinking too outside the box. Well, I'd rather be more outside the box. Think about everything that could happen. They're not being prepared of if it does happen. When it does happen. Because I do believe soon. I don't know how soon. It could be 2 years from now. It could be 5 years from now. It could be 7 years from now. This ain't going to be around no more. Then what? Then what are we going to do? They're going to come up with a new currency. It's going to happen the same thing. Fiat currency goes to fiat having eventually, folks. The world's getting away from the dollar. Why do you think they created the BRICS for? The world's sick of the U.S. controlling them. It's happening slowly, folks. The financial system should have collapsed in 2008. They just band-aided over. They put super glue and bubble gum. Well, there's no more super glue, there's no more bubble gum, and there's no more gosh darn duct tape out there. They've used it all up. $36 trillion in debt and growing, folks. Credit cards. All-time high. People with credit card debt is $1.3 trillion and growing. That's why this country has survived. That is why the dollar has survived by credit cards. Think about it. How many people have credit cards? How many people have credit card debt out there? I hope it's not a lot of you. It's okay to have a little bit of credit card debt. Credit cards are there for emergencies too. I like credit cards. I like the points back. You know, I wouldn't go into debt to buy silver or gold at all. This is not financial advice. So, you know, every now and then people say, max out my credit cards and file bankruptcy. I don't think that's a good decision, folks. I just don't think that's a good suggestion at all. You know, do as you will with that. But, you know, I'm seeing more and more people coming into the shop paying with credit cards. We got a 3% fee on top of it. 3% fee. Some people say they don't get it, but they get 5% back. So they're still making out all right. You know, I understand the credit cards like to give them money back, but they're hoping people don't pay their bills every single month. And that's how these banks get rich. And we got to keep in mind, why is the central banks buying gold like record numbers? Dollar's going away, folks. Eventually. We're not going to see, in my opinion, $30 silver anytime soon. $28 silver anytime soon. People say JP Morgan's not going to let the silver price go. Well, when they don't have any, folks, and it really start catching up with them, they're going to let it run. They're going to have no choice but to let it run. The game's just about over. Exactly when? It could take another year. It could take another 2 years. Who knows? But in the meantime, when silver and gold is available out there, folks, cost average. There are some people, you know, I talk to on a daily basis. I hope it stays lower. I'm still trying to stack. There's always going to be somebody out there that says that got in the game a little bit later than we all did. People are starting to realize every single day what's going on out there. And we need to teach as many of these people we can. That's why I made this channel, folks. It's not about convincing people to stack. It's about education. And I'm going to keep preaching that on this channel. It is about education. Why, you look at a 40% silver, face value is 50 cents. Why in the heck is it worth 501? Because of silver content in it. Why is a Washington silver quarter, or 90% silver quarter, worth over $6? To most people, they look at that and it's a quarter to them. When I worked for a boss in Texas, I was delivering the Dallas Morning News. It was around the World Trade Center time. And I tell you, when there's really bad news out there, we sold a lot of papers. And yes, that week I did pretty well financially. Don't like to admit that, but when there's bad news, you make some money in the newspaper business. Well, with that being said, we had racks, we had stores that we sold newspapers in. Normally, on normal weeks, we normally empty the racks once a week. During that week, we had to empty the racks at least 3 times that week. Found a few silver quarters that week. I helped my boss out counting up the silver quarters every single week. And we just roll them up, put them in rolls, take them to the bank. So I was educating her to what to look for in the rolls. We got the plastic tubes, fill them up to the lip. We know it's $10. Slide the paper thing in there, boom, $10. Take them to the bank, boom. So I said, I'll buy all the silver quarters. She didn't want anything, folks. Silver was not that expensive back then. But she had no clue that was worth more. We got to educate people. Not trying to convince, the best way, folks. Show them my videos, for one. 2, take them to your local coin shop. Put some silver in their hands. Put a 10-ounce silver bar in their hands, folks. That's how we're going to educate. Have the coin shop saying, if you brought this in, we're paying you XYZ today for it. But if you buy it today, we're charging you XYZ for it. If you bought this 5 years ago, it would have been worth this. It's gained this much in 5 years. Bring up the charts, folks. Show people. Show people that you can, this is silver. Is liquid. You can get that back a couple years down the road if the dollar's still around. If you folks have any questions for me about silver, gold, or platinum, please reach out to me. My email's in the description of every single video. I'm going to keep you posted what's happening at the shop. We're going to keep you posted if there is a premium increase. We're going to keep you posted if there's a shortage out there, or we hear of one. Right now, it's 90% silver dimes. Somebody's going to say in the comment section, there's plenty of dimes where I'm at. Well, good. Pick them up then, if you can afford to pick them up then. Because at some point, the dimes really will be gone. And to them all, folks, I wish you well. Catch you tomorrow's video. Thank you for watching. Coin Shop Chris is now out.